Hello, welcome back to part 3 of my flea market finds for Tuesday, July 29, 2025 at a different flea market that's further away. Anyway, check part 1 for the details. Let's pick up where we left off on a $40 lot of 78s at 50 cents each, plus a few more records. Explanations at the end of part 2. So we have here these 50 cents 78s, various things here. Paulo Noël, Carré Saint-Louis, écrit et composé par Paulo Noël. Au gré du temps. Pour toi, Rudy Asselin, malheureusement il y a le début d'une craque, mais on l'entend pas encore. Pour toi, Rudy Asselin avec l'orchestre de Pierre Nalès. Le début de Pierre Nalès d'après moi. Puis C'est l'amour, cha-cha-cha. Oops, forgot to try to place the spine of the album this way. Oh yeah, that one was happy. An upgrade to one of my favorite Freddie Schnickel, Fritz Fischer and his orchestra 78s. I collect his music. He's better than Spike Jones in the same style. Actually, Spike Jones left Freddie Schnickel, Fritz Fischer's band and stole several of his musicians and formed Spike Jones and the City Slickers, but this is the original and much better. Pistol Packing Mama and Wilberforce Get Off That Horse. I freaking love this record so much. I'm so glad I got this. Lenny D, I collect Lenny D LPs. I sort of didn't realize he made at least 178. This is Plantation Boogie. Wait a second, that's a B-side? Are you nuts? That's The Birth of the Blues being the A-side. Another Victor V.E. We mentioned about that earlier. This I thought was an instrumental, but it's song. It's by the Hilo Hawaiian Orchestra, vocal refrain by Johnny Marvin. Honolulu Moon. And Hawaiian Dreams Waltz. This one is instrumental. Un fleur de lys qu'on voit pas souvent, un disque québécois. Dame l'amour par Paul Valin et l'orchestre Reg Wilson. Composition de Lucien dessus. Il est pas si pire cette barre-là, je l'aime bien. Puis j'ai jamais vu ça. Moreau, je meurs. Spike Jones and the City Slickers. Clink, 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 another drink. Which I'm almost sure I have already. Pack your troubles in your old kid bag. Yeah, I'm almost sure I already have this one. Bubblegum, Pierre Sénécal. I'm not sure if the copy I already had had a crack in it or not, so this one was so clean I took it. The other side is Liddy. Spike Jones and his City Slickers. Leave the dishes in the sink, ma. And Cocktails for Two. That I know I have already. Guilty by Ella Fitzgerald with Sentimental Journey on that side. Kokomo by the Crew Cuts, a clean copy, pretty good copy. Are not all beaten out, some are in great shape. Earth Angel, Chop Chop Boom, again by the Crew Cuts, and Don't Be Angry. That's it for that 12 record album. Let's put that away, that didn't work out earlier between the two videos. This album contains an upgrade to a freebie I got last year, the Playmates, You Can't Stop Me From Dreaming, and Joanne. Glenn Miller and his orchestra, vocal refrain by Marion Hutton. Ding Dong the Witch is Dead. I got it because it's on this beautiful Bluebird label that I don't see quite very often. And this side is Over the Rainbow. Actually very good. Andrew Sisters that I don't have, unfortunately, is really rough condition. Goodbye, Goodbye. Prost Child, Goodbye, Goodbye. This side is Lullaby for a Little Jitterbug. Quelques disques d'Alice Robbie. Alice Robbie was a first international French-Canadian star, from what I know. She mostly did covers. And she had a nervous breakdown and back then the solution was lobotomy. So she suffered, and she had a very bad life in that sense. But a movie was made about her life actually here in Quebec. So I have a bunch of 78s by her. Some of these I have, some I don't. Petite Negrita and Laura. They're not in order. There'll be more Alice Robbie coming up. Si les saucisses pouvaient parler, par Madame Edouard Bolduc, L'Enfant Volé. It says Mademoiselle Bolduc. It's actually her daughter who sings on that side. Forgot her name, unfortunately. Alice Robbie, Je te tiens sur mon cœur. You belong to my heart. Brazil, of course. Begin. And Le Tram, which is the trolley song actually. Amour, which is a French cover of Amour. And her biggest hit, Tico Tico, in clean condition. Because I know at one point I had a reissue in the 50s in great shape, and a worn out juke version of the original label. Well, this is an original in great shape. Holiday for Strings by Spike Jones and his City Slickers. Didn't we just see that? Drip 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 Sloppy Lagoon. No, I got confused with something else. This is my favorite version of My Prayer, because I still have. This record was in my very first stack of 78s given to me in 1982 by my great uncle Gérard. And My Prayer with Ambrose and his orchestra with South of the Border. I probably have over the years found an upgrade to a beaten up copy he gave me, but this also plays well for 50 cents. You know. Another Hank Williams, I'll Be a Bachelor Till I Die, and Honky Tonkin, pretty good. Another record I have more than one copy of, I've Got Rings on My Fingers by Dick Kahn and his orchestra. The full title is I've Got Rings on My Fingers, or Mumbo Jumbo Jijiboom J Oh Shit. That side is Put Your Arms Around Me Honey, I Never Knew Any Girl Like You, which is another record that my Uncle Gérard gave me. And last three, then I'll show you. Is there a spoiler in there? No spoiler. Blue Betty, Frankie Avalon. Actually, that's the B-side. The A-side is Gingerbread. I've been looking for that one for years. Last year or 2 years ago, somebody gave me a bunch of 78s for free, all beat up, and it was a beat up copy of Gingerbread. This is an upgrade. So I was glad to find that. Les Jours là, La Danse du Printemps, and Charlie Brown, yes, the Coasters song, and Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters, Along the Navajo Trail, and Good. That's you. That song is not very good. So that wasn't an album, but let's see what the album is. If you remember, I said I put these three in an empty. Yeah, album empty, because the records that matched the album were not in the lot. There we go. Dumbo, Walt Disney's Dumbo. So not only this is cool, but here's the thing. At my regular flea market, back in, I have the date here, 30th of October 1920. What am I saying? 2022, 10:30. So the 30th of October 2022. I was walking in an aisle, checking the stuff, and some sellers were still getting their stuff out. As I approached this one table, I saw the man putting this on the ground. It didn't stay on the ground more than 2 seconds. I immediately walked towards him as he was putting it down. I picked it up and I looked at it, and I looked at the 3 records inside. No scratches at all. Clean. How much? He said $2. So yoink, and I was happy enough. We have all of this stuff here, despite the bad condition and filthy rounded worn cover corners here. So to find this, and it was the only Disney book like that with no records inside. Yeah, aside from this, I'm going to carefully try to peel off. I managed to uncover the D of Dumbo here, but it's such a clean, much cleaner shape. So I'm really excited to get a nice, beautiful upgrade of this worn out beat up copy. And oh my goodness, what a difference! What a difference! So that was exciting for me. There we go. And so yeah, that's the end of the $40 lot. By then it was past 2 o'clock. I remember 2:20 it was. So I walked outside, and because there was an inside and outside part, and sellers were already starting to pack and leave. Well, starting, some were gone. But I went back to, I almost forgot to go back to a place where I've seen some bottles, and the seller was not there. It was the one behind a glass window on the display. So he was there. I've negotiated. I wanted to have this one, but he had 3 Allen bottles. He had ginger ale, orange, and he had cola, and they were $15 each. I just wanted that one for $10. He didn't want to go down to $10, so I had my plan B. I said, well, if I take 2, do you take 20? He said yes. Perfect. So I got orange, Allen, and I worked across the street from the I don't know if it was just a what you say, a storage place, or it had the actual factory. But the cut Allen was in Chamédé, Laval. I worked at Consumer Distributing across the street. The Consumer Distributing is of course gone. It became a restaurant, and the cut Allen factory is now a grocery store. So the one we actually used to buy the most was Allen Nectar. I remember Nectar. I love the texture of the bottle, so I'm really glad, because you never see these. And that's it. That was my 9.5 hours at that flea market in 3 videos. And I already have about more, because I'm recording this much later in the week. So there'll be more videos. So thanks for watching. Yay.